Alright, welcome listeners. Once again, we are going to do an interesting video. This is going to be a continuation from where we stopped in where we talked about DAX function part 1. Now we're going to go to part 2 of it. Today we'll be looking at what? Basic text function. How can we manipulate text? How can we work on our text in terms of data that is being given to us, or as a result of sales inventory, or maybe for presentation purpose, our data should look well presented. Okay, now in doing that, we are going to come to where we can get our data. Go to get data, go to CSV or test. Okay, click on what? Show data to. That is the name of our data set. Wait for it to load. Once it's properly loaded, we're going to see the data here. Okay, as you can see, we'll now click what? Load. I urge you to watch my previous video. Feel free to comment, feel free to share this video, and we have done the intro on how we can make use of Power BI. So don't forget to watch my previous video so that you will understand what we are actually talking about. All right. Now we have been able to import the data successfully. So this is the data that has been imported successfully. Now what we're going to do now, we are going to come to our data view. Good. You see our data is showing here. Now next is to work on this all this data that is showing in this manner. We are going to work on it. Now we come to column. Okay, come to column. Good. Now we are going to call it a product 2, or call it a trim product, because that is the product column we want to trim. Trim product equals to, we use the trim function. You see, Power BI has a function called trim. Okay, now we are going to say show data to, is showing already, and what we are trimming is product, like this. Just close it. Once you've done that, hit enter and wait. You see the way the data is showing here is different from the way it's showing here. It has trimmed the whole data for us. Okay, as the name implies, trim. Okay, it trimmed it both left and right and align it from starting from indentation from left down to right. Okay, instead of seeing this shoe here at the middle, it's now at the in the proper direction. Okay, so also if you look at this shipped date, we can also align it to shipped date and other date. Now we can still come back here and say click on new column. Okay, click on new column. We'll call it trim ship date. Okay, trim shipped date, which is equals to, we use trim function. Okay, show data, call the name of your column name is called show data 2, and we are talking about ship date, just like this. Close it. All right, hit enter. Let's see how you see how the data now is showing. This is our shipping date. Look at it here. Now because we are using this method here, it's been able to do something different from the one we got here. Here we have Sunday 11 November 2017. Okay, we can as well come back here. It's okay if you don't like this data the way it's showing, we can come to date type. Okay, you can come here, or text format. You can just come here and click here, click on the column click on the column and come here. You see, we can put it date time. We can put it in text. We can put it time. We can put it anyone you want to use it for. Okay, if we turn it to date time, okay, do you want to continue? Say yes. You see, it's giving us the date and as well the time. All right, now if you come back here, it's okay, I want to turn it back to to only date. You click on date. It's giving us just the way it was before. Okay, it has come back to the normal stage as it were. Okay, now we don't want it that way. We are going to do it in this way that we are done before now. So I'm going to come back and say let it be on on and again you can also change the format here to match whatever this. Okay, now but I want it to be in this format like this. Okay, good. I think we have it this way, but there is no year on it. But to make that happen, if you want to add year, you can switch, say okay, do it this way. All right, like this. We have it this way as year. Okay, all right, 2017 11, which is November. All right, this is as what, June. Okay, 6, but it's not giving us a real picture. Why don't we come as okay, add a date time to it, or add a whole number to it? No, let's not add that, no whole number. Let's just come here, format it once and for all. Okay, use this format. This format will be okay. This format will be okay. Let's try this. All right. Let's use this format. All right, good. This is fine. This is fine. So we've been able to what, trim our what, shipping date. All these are what, in terms of what, talking about what, text function in DAX analysis, data analysis expression. So we have used what, trim. Now supposing we want to load the length, this core data core here, call this product. This product, we want to know the length of this text. All we need to do, we come here, click on column. Okay, create a new column. That is what it means. Call it come and call it we'll call it a product length. Say product product length, just short form of it. I will just leave it at this. Okay, let me just complete it. Then in Power BI has a function called what, len, SLEN. Okay, I will now say show data for that. We are now looking at what, trim, because we already have it here. Because if I should go and make use of this one, it will count this empty space as what, as a space. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to work on what, the trim product. All right, so I'm going to come here, close it, and hit enter. It will give us the length of each and every what words that we have there. All right, you see boot is having what, 4, because BO00OOT. We have men casual is 12 in length, and all these are what display according to what their length. Now let's continue. What else can we do here? We can talk about uppercase and lowercase. I think I have demonstrated uppercase before now, but let's still create a new column and do something very, very interesting, talking about upper and lowercase. Okay, I will just create one column to demonstrate the two. Remember, I've talked about uppercase in my previous video, so I urge you to watch my previous video so that you can understand it, but I'll still look into that. Now I will now come and say upper case, okay, products, just like this, is equals to, I'll use upper. Okay, then I will now say show data, the name of our column. I will come and say trim product. Okay, trim product. I will now close the bracket, hit enter. Let's see how it look like. It's going to show us all this data, all these figures, all these values or letters here that is in lowercase, and it has turned it to what, upper. Now alternatively, you can come here and turn it to what, lower. Hit lower, hit enter. It will come back to what, lowercase. You see there it was working with what, it capitalized, it capitalized the first character, okay, and give other one in the case sentence case. But here now is turning all the right up to what, small what, letter. All right, so that is how we can what, use upper and lower what case. So I'm going to turn it back to what, upper, because that is the name of our column title. All right, hit enter. It will come back to what, upper. All right, now let's move straight to what? Left, right, and middle what function. Where do we use left, right, and middle what function? In Excel has that functionality too, when we are talking about trim, okay? When we are talking about trim, we want to trim the left, trim right, trim middle, and get the particular value. So in doing that, I'm going to make reference to what our order ID. These are our order IDs. We have CA-2017, and this is another dash 15 this. So I'm going to create a new column. I will call it a left order, left ID. Yes, let me call it a left ID. Good. I'll call it a left ID. That is the ID at the left hand side, which is what? CACAUS, all these ones. Okay, left ID equals to, I will now come and say show data of that of our order ID. This is order ID, just the way you see it here. Okay, now because we are using I'm supposed to use left, left. I will now say show data of what? Order ID, like this. Now because we want to use a left method, now you will count from here. Okay, if you look at it from left, we have 1, 2, 3. All right. Now we are telling this function to what? Pick from 1 down to what? 2. You now say comma. You see it? It's a text, number, character. Okay. See the function. You see how good Power BI is. It will give you the a purview of what you are to what input. You say left, put the text, which is what? Product order, then the number character. How many number character are we looking at? We say 2. I'll now come here, say put 2 here, then close what? The bracket. Hit enter, and let's see how it will look like. Good. You see, it pick all the first letter, the first second letters, okay, which is CA, like you are seeing here, CA, CAUS, US, all of them the way it is. Okay. Now, after which, we cannot talk again. Click on this new column. Let's pick what? The middle what? Character. Or I can say left, right. Let's pick right. Let's say right ID, just like this. Right ID is equals to, I will use another function called what? Right. I will just say show data to that order ID. Okay. I will now look at it. Now from right, how many value or letter are we looking at? Number character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will now say 7. Then close it like this. Hit enter. Let's see how it will filter and pull out all those data. Good. Now it's picking this dash alongside with it. So we are going to say, okay, since we are using that, I can also, okay, give us just only 6. Hit enter. All right, good, fine. It has what? Get us all this one, excluding what? The dash. Now how can we get the middle what? Data? All this 217, 218, 2 whatever, and all this value, just like we are saying. I'm going to come here and click a new column. Okay, when we click a new column, it will open a new column. I'm going to call this a middle ID, just like this. Don't mind the name. Okay, I'm going to use what? Mid. All right, mid is a function too, and I say show data, pass it to what? Our order ID. Now because we are making reference to data that is at the middle, now we will now say, okay, start counting from here where we have what? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, or we can say, okay, start counting from the left where we have 1, 2, 3. Then pick from what? 4 down to what? 4 character. We can just say, okay, pick from 4 to 4, just like this. If you do it like this, let's see how it will look like. Let's see the data it will pick from us. Hit enter. Good. You see, it get it for us. It's working exactly the way we got it. You see, it gets all the data just like the way we wanted it. All right. So this is how you can exclude and filter data from what a data that is what in a group, because if you look at this dash, it's tying the whole data together. So we've been able to what use left, right, and middle function to what get all this data. Now we'll be able to use what length, right? Now what else can we do now? I want us to bring this data the way it was back to the way it is, back to the way it was, bring it back to the original format. Okay, let's get it back to what original format. Now in getting that done, I'm going to come here, click what column, new column, click on new column. If we click on new column, we're now going to call this one new product ID. Yes, say equals to, we are going to use a concatenate method. Okay, we are going to use a concatenate method. All right, now are we going to concatenate left, right, and middle together? Now in a situation whereby it might come up in your exam or in an interview, they will ask you, can we concatenate all these daily data at once? The answer is what? No. You can only concatenate 2 columns at a time. Okay, we can only what? Concatenate 2 columns at what? At a time. All right, so to do that, we are going to do something here. I'm going to use the word concatenate. Look at it, it's a function. Now what are we concatenating? We are going to concatenate shoe data to left, say left ID. Okay, we are concatenating shoe data left ID to shoe data middle ID. Let's use this middle ID and click, close the bracket, hit enter. Let's see how it will look like. Okay, you see, we have been able to what? Get it this way. If you look at it here, are you seeing it now? CA 2017, CA 2017. It has combined these 2 data, left and what? Middle. But we still have what? Right, to get it what? Completed. Now to do that, I will now come and say create a new column again. I will call it full product ID. Full product ID, just like this. And I say equals to shoe data. We are going to pick this a new product ID. Okay, once we pick that new product ID, I will now come and say and use ampersand. Remember, I told you last time you can use ampersand to what? Join these 2 data together. I will now say and middle shoe data for that middle, like this. Okay, if we hit enter, how will it look like? Let's wait and see. Good, it's working fine. It's working perfectly fine, but something is missing. All this dash that is in between them. Okay, if you look at the original product ID, there is dash in between them. So to get this done, I'm going to come here from this new data, new product ID. I'm going to come here. I'll come here. It's okay. Okay, I can come here and say okay, double quotation, put it like this, don't worry, put dash, then I'll come here, use ampersand like this. If we try this, how will it work? This is a new product ID. Let's see how it will look like. Good, it has created a dash in between them. Now, so that we can now say, okay, come to the full product ID, okay, and come to this after this ampersand sign and say double quotation, put what? Dash sign like this, and also what? Put ampersand sign here. Then hit enter. You see, we've been able to what? Combine this data and add it back to what? The original format. If you look at it now, it's even more better than the way it were before. Okay, we have more space here now. It look more clearer. Okay, it look more clearer now. Okay, this is how we can what? Format what? Text. Okay, in terms of what? Text formatting. Now we can still do more. Let's talk about if for instance we say, okay, I want to search what position is this US or A in this new product ID, or in this full product ID. What position is A? What position is A appearing? What position? Okay, let's look at it. I'll come here, click a new column, click a new column. All right, I'm going to call this search later. Okay, when I say equals to, Power BI has a function called what? Search. Okay, hit search. Okay, when I say shoe, now what are we searching? We are searching what? This what? A, or anywhere we find A, just get us A. Okay, we'll come here, say double quotation, can now put what? A. Okay, say space. All right, when I say okay, get us what? This is shoe data with respect to what? That of a full product ID. Yeah, full product ID. And now if you find it, return the position at which you get it, X, return 0, like this. All right, at the position, let's go and check. Good. At position 1, yeah, look at it here, it's at position 2. Here there is no A. What we have here is US, that is returning 0. Okay, here we have A, it's at the position 2, it's at the position 2. Here we have US, there is no what? A, so it returns 0. So that is the what command we give to it. Now you see how powerful text expression can be using Power BI or DAX expression. Okay, data analysis expression. Say for instance, you are trying to what? Filter your data and also categorize it in such a way that it will have a clear view. If you look at it the way it were before, it's a little bit not clear and not visible. Now, but that will now begin to what? Stratify them into different columns. You will begin to see that the data is now making more sense, is creating more insight, unveiling what? Hidden pattern, and what? Making it what? Creating a meaningful what? Insight for us. So this is, and many other what? Method we can what? Implement when we talk about what? That's a text expression or text function. Okay, using a data analysis function. So far so good. This is how far we can go in this basic text function using a DAX expression, which is data analysis expression. So I want you to what? Read more on this basic. Okay, watch my previous video. I have give a detailed explanation in some of these functions. So if you have any question, if you have any comment, feel free to what? Comment on the comment section. Like this video, share this video, and don't forget to what? Subscribe to my channel. I remain your friend Joshua. Remain blessed and goodbye.